Hello everyone, this is Melanie from Lightbeam's Treasures and Curiosities, bringing you another video in a collection of stories, inspirational times and experiences, how-to, self-help, and all types of topics that will grow your business. If you like this content and continue wanting to see more that I produce, then you know what to do. Hit the like button below, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, ding! This way you'll be informed when future videos comes out. Now I want to tell you a story of what happened to me years ago. I was working as a manager in a financial institution. Now unfortunately what happened is this was during the time of the mortgage crisis. Banks were shutting down, FDIC was taking over. It was a time of uneasiness. And unfortunately, the place that I was working in was one of those uneasy times. I had just got promoted as a manager. In fact, not only was I a manager, I was also the assistant vice president of the bank. And although my staff was quite small, there was only 7 of us, through the uneasiness, through the transition, through the fact that I even got promoted, there was a lot of tension in the air. And it was something that would frustrate me to no end. I remember many times I would pretend and be that stoic, emotionless person during the day, and then I would go home and cry my eyes out. So I had to think of a way, what could we do to unify the team and bring it together so that we could all be on the same page. The motivation was out, the depression kicked in on everyone. There was that uneasiness of knowing whether we were going to have a job, whether we were going to be shut down, or what would happen. So I devised a plan, because part of the daily requirements of the company is we would have to have a little 10-minute huddle every morning as a rah-rah section. And I know a lot of companies across the United States do this. It's that little meeting, and most of the time people roll their eyes, want nothing to do with these things. But they're forced to go to it, and they're forced to hear about what the status of the company is and what kind of rah, rah, rah. And you know how it is. I mean, for those of you who either have to initiate these meetings or have to sit through them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But in this case, I threw out the script. I wanted to do something that really would make a difference. And to this day, I have to say, it did make a difference. And every now and then, when I think about it and utilize the lesson that I taught to others, I wonder if they learned the lesson that I learned. So what ended up happening was, I got a kid's puzzle. One of those little small puzzles. It was approximately, I think, 36 pieces, 38 pieces. It was a small amount. And it worked out kind of well since there was only 7 of us. So what I did was I divvied out the pieces, a couple of pieces each. What I didn't tell the team is that I held on to one piece and hid that one piece. And I started talking to the team, and I says, you know something, when it comes to working as a team, think of each and every one of us as a puzzle piece. We each have our own unique shape, our own unique center, our own unique purpose. And what happens is, the point is, we have to try to bring ourselves together in order to come to one complete understanding, one complete picture. And I says, but in order to do that, we need to be honest with each other. We need to be open. So what I did was I grabbed that first piece of puzzle and I says, I want to tell you girls something. And we were all women. I want to tell you girls something. I says, I have not been a good manager. I made a confession. I says, I have not been the person that I should be. I have not been the leader that I should be. But from this point on, it is going to change. And as I lay down this very first piece of the puzzle, I'm vowing that there will be changes here, because in order for us to work together, we all need to admit to ourselves and admit to each other the problems that are going on. And I placed the piece down. I then grabbed a second piece. And it turns out that second piece I knew was going to connect to my puzzle. And I said, I've already admitted that I haven't been the manager and the person that I should be. I says, now I want to make another admittance. And that was, I have sheltered and hid my fears from you. I have pretended that there's nothing wrong. Says, there's a lot of things wrong. I am scared. I am vulnerable. I am terrified of what the future of the job is, what the future of the company, and what will happen. And with this piece, I bring together that I am scared that I don't know where we are going to be tomorrow. And I put the piece down and I interlocked it. And I started looking at everybody. And I'm like, so tell me, you all have pieces to this puzzle. Can we put this puzzle together? Can we bring our pieces together and make it one unified piece? And I guess that actually hit a nerve with some of the people, because then what it ended up turning out to was everybody started to make a confession about themselves. Somebody said how they would specifically talk behind my back and that they would make fun of me. Another person said that because they didn't like me, they thought it would be best to get the whole team against me. Another person was saying how they were fudging the numbers and lying as to what's going on. And it turned into an interaction where everybody was admitting something that they did wrong. They admitted that they lied to each other, that they went behind each other's backs. I even admitted it too. I admitted that I treated my staff as if I was condescending, that I felt like I was better than them, and that's not the case at all. Just because I was the manager at the time did not mean that my value was any more than anyone else's. We were a team. We were together. We were as one. And I think that lesson really, really hit home with everyone, because by the end of it, we all started crying. There was tears running down our face until we noticed there was a problem. As each person put their piece by piece by piece by piece, and they all started interconnecting, we realized something with the very last piece. And the problem was, it was gone. The puzzle was incomplete. There was one piece missing. And it turns out I knew exactly where that piece is. And I brought that piece out and showed it to everyone. And I said, when it comes to bringing each other together, we can put in all our efforts. We could put in all of our confessions, our thoughts, our passions, our love. We could try and strive to work hard. But what happens if we don't have all the pieces? What happens if that one piece is missing? And I says, we have the opportunity to come together and work together. This is the final piece. Are we able to do this? Can we succeed in doing this? That is the question that I leave to you. So what I did was I gently took that piece and did not complete the puzzle. I simply put the piece down in front of the puzzle, and then I walked away. And as I walked away, the tears continued to flow down my eyes. And I don't know why I cried so much. Did I cry so much because it was that purging admittance that I was wrong? Was it the fact that I finally was honest and disclosed my feelings to my staff? Was it the fact that they opened themselves and they allowed themselves to disclose their thoughts and feelings as well? When that happened, I will admit, everything changed at the job. Things became more upbeat. Things were very on the positive side, and things just were overall absolutely wonderful to work with. And I do have to say, that short amount of time, I absolutely loved working with those girls. And I think about them every now and then. I wonder if they think about me. Do they think about me in the same way? I don't know. But for that short time, I can say I was actually happy at the job. Unfortunately, well, it was a mortgage crisis. It was a time of turmoil, and it was a bad time. Unfortunately, the bank did shut down, and I lost my job. So I guess the moral of the story, for those who want to find some sort of answer to this, is when it comes to bringing a team together, you may have the drive, you may have all the pieces, you may have all the desire and passion, but if you cannot bring all those pieces together and unify into one solid piece, then you know something? You will never have a completed puzzle. I hope you enjoyed this story. This is Melanie with Lightbeam's Treasures and Curiosities. And like I said, hit the like button, give me some thumbs up, leave a comment. Tell me if you enjoyed these videos and if you would enjoy more of this type of content. Until then, have a great day, everyone. Enjoy and good luck.